This is where hot rods meet hot sandwiches.
It's just like going to Philly, but I would say a little better.
Where you can test drive something tasty.
I want them to be surprised by how good the food is.
And where motorheads get mouth-watering dishes.
It's fat kid food. We're not here to feed you lightly. We think that food is love, and we definitely lather it on.
Put the pedal to the metal because it's time to speed on over to Earl's. Located in Dover, New Hampshire, Earl's Steak Sandwiches is the brainchild of Jim and Mo Donovan, two enthusiastic owners who get all revved up for all things tasty.
We're an elevated sandwich shop. Nobody does what we do here. Everything's made in-house from scratch. Earl's is all about quality ingredients, putting out the best product we can.
It all goes back to Jim's childhood.
My earliest memory in the kitchen is with my grandmother when I was probably 5, but I've been in the kitchen ever since. It's all I think about, it's all I dream about. It keeps me up at night just coming up with new specials and keeps stuff delicious and interesting for the customer.
With its out-of-the-way location surrounded by a bunch of automotive businesses, Jim thought it was only fitting to keep that car theme going in the dining room.
It's an automotive theme. Everything we hung on the walls has to do with automotive. It's a great place to be, and the restaurant is just humming with business, and people are coming in and trying all the great food that we do.
There are many ways to rev up your eating engine at Earl's, like addictive wings and a sticky sweet sriracha sauce with sesame seeds, crispy Parmesan mushrooms served with blue cheese dipping sauce, and hand-cut sweet onion fries.
They're a buttermilk brined onion that's been sliced into a wedge as opposed to a ring to give it a little bit more area, and then those are breaded and fried and just addictive. I think they are the best onion rings you'll find anywhere.
But for an appetizer that's more like a meal, strap on your seatbelt and order the Mondo Poutine.
It is big, for sure, topped with griddled onions and fried pork belly chunks, and then our house-made gravy and cheese curds. A lot of people think they're going to start their meal with a Mondo Poutine and then move on to a sandwich, and a lot of people give up halfway through a Mondo Poutine.
When you're at Earl's, a steak sandwich is an absolute must, with over a dozen options to choose from. There's the so-called murder steak, topped with Earl's signature murder hornet sauce, a mixture of honey, soy, and sriracha, along with pepper jack cheese, onion fries, and bacon. Or then there's the Italian cheesesteak mashup known as the Fat Tony.
Fat Tony is our pride and joy. It is a mixture of all of our in-house cured meats. It's got some cherry peppers in there to give it some heat. It's got salt from the capicola. It's got all the spices from the Italian sausage. It's just the most comforting and over-the-top meaty deliciousness we have.
For a more traditional take on the Philly cheesesteak, try the Balboa, a flavorful sandwich that's a true knockout.
We actually have customers that come in here from Philly and they want to know if we're the real deal. It has sauteed onions and cheese whiz. The roll has to be just right to hold up to all the moisture that's in a steak like that. It's salty and the steak's nice and tender and the onions are real sweet. And the people from Philly that come in, they all come back regularly.
Besides steak sandwiches, Earl's offers all kinds of other handhelds, like the slow-roasted pork sub topped with sharp provolone and sautéed greens, and a gooey grilled Reuben that will rival any other you've ever had.
This Reuben is amazing. All of our pastrami is cured and smoked here. We griddle the marble rye and then use a house-made sauerkraut and our mac sauce. It's salty, but not too salty. The smoke is just right, and it is just running down your arms kind of good.
If you're in the mood for a hot dog, try the Homestead Ripper, which is fried until it rips open, then smothered with tomato bacon jam. And if a burger is what you're looking for, get the Fat Mac, Earl's amped-up take on a fast food classic.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. It tastes like a Big Mac on crack.
Beyond sandwiches, Earl's offers a variety of entrees like the Southern Love pork belly, tossed in a sweet heat sauce and served with cornbread and pickles. The Korean-style rice bowl, loaded with juicy steak, bell peppers, kimchi pickles, peanuts, scallions, and rice, and Southern fried chicken nuggets that are anything but ordinary.
They're not just chicken nuggets. We break down the chicken and they go into a brine with buttermilk and hot sauce, and then we coat them in our breading and deep fry them, and they're crispy and moist and juicy in the middle and a nice crunchy exterior.
And while you'll always find hospitality and house-made fare, with food like this, the one thing you won't find at Earl's is a complaint.
We don't get complaints. The only things that we hear as far as a complaint goes is it's too much. It's too good, you know? People are eating too much and they don't want to eat as much as they're eating because our food is so good.